Hey guys, Adam from BC Fig Farm and Fruit Orchard, and I'm here on January 17, 2023. Another beautiful day. I just wanted to update you and show you what I've been doing with my fig cuttings from the trees that I cut down, the fig trees that I cut down in the back orchard area. I promised I'd show you what we're doing with them, what we're experimenting with. I know a lot of you use the fig pop bag method to grow your fig trees, your fig tree cuttings. You get the bag with the topsoil and rubber bands, and you brace them that way. This year I'm trying something new. Instead of going bag by bag, I'm trying to grow the fig cuttings in a microclimate environment using moisture and heat, the heat being from the radiators, the hot water baseboard radiators, and adding water to it as needed. So far, it looks like we're doing well. We do have some of the cuttings blooming on the top, even though we want root growth, but that's a good sign that some of the cuttings are taking already. But let me just show you what we got here from our cuttings this year, some of our cuttings from our backyard fig trees that we're propagating into new trees in order to have copies of our trees from our fig orchard. A lot of you were asking, what do I do every time I cut down fig trees? But as you can see, first of all, before I lift the top off, you could see the moisture on the top of this container here. And you need a little bit of moisture, and we do have a moisture meter in there, which I'll show you in a second, in order to, create growth. You need a little bit of air, moisture. You really don't need so much light, but light does help with the top growth process of the fig for it to leaf out. But you can see the moisture there. So our moisture level looks pretty good right now. We've only been adding water about once a week, but let's take a look. You can see the heater behind it. I do have baseboard, and that heat directly dries right through the plastic of the container. So let's take a look to see what we have here. So let me get you a full view of this here. I labeled each of our cuttings from each of our trees. It seems like they're doing very well. I'll go over and show you what I'm growing here. We have Texas Everbearing, Basilica Sicca, Brooklyn White. We have our Rockaway Green, which I left in the ground outside, did not get any trees, any figs this year out of our Rockaway Green. Therefore, I am going to put it back in a pot. This way we can get figs before the end of the year. It's a very late tree. It's been frustrating me over the past couple of years. I don't know if I like that tree, that fig tree, but we'll see this year. Peter's Honey, Teramo from Italy, Adriatic JH. We have LSU Champagne growing. We have the Diana fig, the Italian 215, Petite Negra, Desert King. Here's our Sucrete from France. We also have our Brown Turkey, copies of Brown Turkey, Strawberry Verte, which is a very good little one that we haven't grown yet. It's in the back orchard, but it really hasn't given us any figs yet. We have the Godfather from the movie from Italy right here. Violet de Normandy from France. We have our South Corleone from Italy. Looks like we have our Babbo. That's from Tommy LaPiccolo. He gave me that from his grandfather's farm in Italy. Nero 600Ms. Long Yellowneck, Genovese Nero from Italy. We got Desert King, LSU Gold, Chicago Hardy, Sister Mary Madeline Greek, Genovese Nero. And on the front here, you can see we have, looks like we have Sao Miguel Roxo, Black Mission, White Madeira, Long Day Out from France, and Dave Sicilian. And a couple other ones, Violet de Bordeaux. There's a BB, Black Beauty 10 right there. So these are our cuttings this year. And we're trying this method. We're trying to keep them, open air, in a container. I got a moisture meter from my brother-in-law this year. It seems to be working out very well. That way we can control the moisture within our container here, our microclimate between heat and moisture. Even though it's saying it's dry right now, as you can see the moisture on the sides of the container, it is not dry. It might be dry in that area. And also when I pull it out, you can see it's moist. So we just use this moisture meter and we go around and we stick it in different areas. and we tried to read the moisture level. You don't want a lot of moisture. You want it to be right on the green and red line. Fig trees do not need a lot of moisture when they're in a microclimate unless you have very high temperatures for long periods of time. As you can see, we're right on the red and green line for moisture. We don't want to over moisture these fig cuttings because then we'll be in trouble. That's another good sign right there. And I just go around and I test the soil to see what our moisture level is to make sure that we're going to get a lot of root growth from these trees. That's great right there. And that's what I do just to control the moisture level of our fig trees. And the moisture meter right now is showing right in the middle, which is beautiful. Not too wet, not too dry. Also, what we have here, I will show you, we have some leafing already. And this is 3 weeks ago. We planted these cuttings. And it looks like our first to take is our Petite Negra. And out of 4 cuttings, 3 of the cuttings are doing unbelievable within 3 weeks. They're already growing, we can see some other leafing out right here, our Nero 600M and our long yellow neck. We have some leafing out coming in the back of them. And I see some leafing out back here for our Basilica Sitka already, which means we are getting the start of massive root growth underneath. If it's leafing out, we're going to have plants, we're going to have massive root growth. And that's it. So we'll have to see how the rest of the cuttings do, but so far so good. We are hoping to retain 90% of our cuttings. There's always error for failure, 10% usually in fig cuttings, but we try to go for 100%. We'll see how it is. But you're looking at a 3 to 4 month wait period with these cuttings here until we can fully take them out and pot each one up in some small 1 gallon pots. And then we'll have to put them out in the semi-sun shade area outside for the rest of the summer until we can really get some good growth on them. But anyway, this is my new method for growing fig cuttings. Hope you like it. Adam from BC Fig Farm Fruit Orchard signing off. Have a great day.